My practicum experience with the third grade class at St. John was a blast. Among many other responsibilities, I got the opportunity to plan and teach 2 original literacy lessons. The first was based off of the book The Great Fuzz Frenzy by Janet Stevens. I read the book aloud to the class and then had the students draw a groundhog of their own. Then they took cotton balls and made silly groundhog outfits out of the fuzz, just like the groundhogs in the book did. To incorporate what the students were learning in literacy class, I had each student write a descriptive sentence about their picture. Each student was super creative and very excited about their new creation. Some used more fuzz than others, but each one was unique and well thought out. I was so impressed at the level of interest the students had while working on this project. I knew that my next literacy lesson could continue to expand on what we had learned through this one. The Monster Mash lesson, as I like to call it, incorporated the book I Need My Monster by Amanda Knoll. This book is full of rich, descriptive language that I really wanted to highlight with the students. After reading the book aloud, I projected the pages of the book on the board. I had students come up and underline those really great descriptive words. We created a list to put in our journals to help us out later when we began writing our own monster stories. Then we read part of Where the Wild Things Are and examined the monsters in that book to get some more good examples of what characteristics we wanted our own monsters to have. I passed out special Monster Mash project paper to the students, gave clear directions, and then continued to walk around and answer questions as they got started on creating their monsters. A monster was to be drawn in 3 parts: the head, body, and legs. On the right side of the paper, students wrote 1 sentence to describe that part of their monster. All of the papers were compiled into a class monster book, and then each page was cut along the 3 horizontal lines to separate the head, body, and legs from one another. Students were then paired up and told to choose 3 different monster parts from the class monster book to create their own new monster. This was the monster that each student, together with his or her partner, wrote a story about. Each duo was given a pre-writing sheet, and away they went, creating great descriptive stories about their new monster. Once their rough draft was checked through, students were able to complete their final draft on an accordion-style book. A title was given, illustrations were added, and students were beaming. Needless to say, I was very proud at all they had accomplished.